We are heading out. Orion just took off back to his car, sad. I never really mentioned it, but so Orion lives near Shenandoah, and he came out and scooped us up off the trail, took us back to his and his wife Lorena's place, and they treated us to some incredible trail magic, really good home-cooked meals. Yeah, board games. We just got to hang out and relax, do laundry. I got to edit another video. It was just a really nice trip and a nice visit with them. And today, Orion came out and joined us where you can see the sunset light. I'll show you in a second. Orion came out and joined us for the section of the hike today, about 10 or 12 miles. Yeah, we may get a chance to meet up with him soon in another couple of days after Waynesboro, hopefully. In other news, my knee has been feeling really weird, like it never has before. It's just anytime I lift up or lower down a big, like 1 foot plus height on my right knee, it's really sore. I don't know what that's about, but it's been ongoing for maybe 4 days now, I think, or more, maybe a week. But it's not going away, and most aches and pains like that go away within this time frame. But is what it is. But yeah, we're heading out. We have about 60 something miles left in Shenandoah, and we're going to try to do those over the next 3 days or so and get into Waynesboro, hit up the Ming Garden, awesome Chinese buffet, and work our way south from there. But for now, check out this sunset.
Joe, baby, will you look at me?
What?
That's all.
What are you doing?
Showing everybody the spooky day. Crazy tree. It was box spring after a foggy, sort of rainy night.
Check out this little bird's nest.
Aw, that's like a hummingbird.
Boop.
Hi, cutie.
Do you like leaves?
Do you want us to leave you alone? Hi. Where are you going? You can't see it? Is that well camouflaged? Biggest climb of the day. Joby to the privé. You got this? Garlic.
Lunch today, garlic, refried beans,
Mushrooms.
mushrooms, and
Peppers.
on a tortilla with some Taco Bell hot sauce, or
Thanks
maybe
to
mild sauce.
Francine, Mehap's mom, who dehydrated most of this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mehap's mom. Yesterday, we accidentally hiked a 23-mile day and did not mean to do that. So I figured I would tell you all what happened. So we got a fairly late start, mostly because Tara and I were both dragging our feet leaving Orion's place. It was just so nice. And we had to drive back up to the Shenandoahs. So we got on trail, I think around 11. Our original plan was to hike with Orion to the first shelter, which was about 10 miles out from there, and stop there for the night. And so we set out, had a nice leisurely day with a really good lunch, and made it to the first shelter. Realized we still had a little bit of time on our hands. It was around 5, I believe, and figured we might as well walk to the next little campground store, which was open, and get some snacks. And then Orion could hitch back to his car from there so he could drive home. We keep walking, get to the campground store, have a soda and some moon pies, which don't have dairy in them, I found out. So that was a cool treat. And said goodbye to Orion. And we're kind of feeling, I think it was around 6 o'clock when we left the little camp store and had a newfound energy thanks to all the snack food and sugar. So we said, well, let's just night hike, do another 4 miles, and there was a stealth site that we were going to head to and just camp there for the night. That would have put us at around 16 miles for the day. So we get moving, the sun sets, and we get to the stealth site, and there's someone camped there. Of course, we can see like the little reflectors in the trees in the distance, so we don't want to disturb them. And we check out the gut hooks and see what's coming up next, and we find another stealth site that's about 2 miles away. So we head on, keep walking, and somehow pass that stealth site and never even see it. And then get to this little valley. There's like a road parking lot area, but you can't really camp there because the park rangers will see you there. And you're not supposed to camp near any sort of park structure or place like that. You have to be at least a quarter mile away. So we get a quarter mile from there, and there are some flat spots, but we're in like this forest that has just been destroyed by wind. So all of these dead trees are hanging sideways, and you can tell a lot of them have fallen down recently. It was just really sketchy. So we're like, all right, we could camp here, but it's way too risky. Let's just find a new stealth spot. Next stealth spot is like 2 more miles away, and it's supposed to be right after some power lines. So we keep hiking, never see the power lines, check on gut hooks to see how far we are from the power lines. Turns out we've passed them by 0.2, and there's no sense in going backwards, so we keep hiking. Eventually we get to a road, which is a little gap where there's an entrance station for the park, and we can't camp there, but we see on the map that there's a big climb coming up, but just like 1/8 of the way up that climb, there's a spring, and there's supposed to be some stealth sites there. While we're crossing the road, we meet this really cool guy that stops, and it's the middle of the night. He was just out looking at some stars, and it was a beautiful, clear night. and he gives us some trail magic, some drinks, an apple, and we just talk about life and look at the stars and black holes. Yeah, it was just a really cool, weird interaction that wouldn't happen anywhere else but on trail. We say goodbye to him and we head up the hill to do the final point 2 to get to the stealth sites. And at that time, I'm like, yeah, our luck, we're going to be climbing up this whole mountain for some reason. Just joking. We get to the stealth sites, and they are jam-packed full with 3 tents of people that have already set up there for the night. And at this point, it's like 11 p.m. So it's like, well, I guess we're going up the mountain. And long story short, actually, it's been a pretty long story, but long story long, we climbed up the entire mountain and slept on top of it. So somehow we accidentally ended up hiking 23 miles when we only intended to hike 10. Yeah, and we got to bed at probably 1 a.m. It was quite the adventure and led to a pretty late start today. But I don't know, it was fun. It's one of those things that you don't want to do all the time, but it's pretty fun when it happens just because it's crazy and weird. It doesn't show the fog at all on here.
Good. Oh, look at our friend. Our campsite nighttime friend.
A salamander.
Hi, cutie. Zoolander, the salamanander.
Rude. Long story short, I moved to America. No dundo, but the land of the free. Made my money on Outback commercials. Drink on the Barbie, whatnot.
Did someone give you coffee?
Oh no, you did not. You're in big trouble.
Okay, I'm scared.
This is what happens walking on foggy days that are foggy for a long time. I just get condensation all up in my beard. But I'm walking no-handed with my umbrella thanks to this handy life hack. I just run it under my strap and then run the little cord lock out the side of my strap, and it kind of bumps the strap up a bit, but it holds it in place enough, and there's not really any wind right now, so I can just walk into this branch like that, and it almost ripped it off. But most of the time I can just walk no-handed, and it's awesome. But yeah, I was thinking I really love days like this because it's just so moody out here, and it's so fun to plug in some music and just hike through the fog and see where it takes you. Check this little tunnel out, so cool. Well, it's afternoon around 4, I think, and it's been raining all day, still really foggy. And our plan was to stop at Calf Mountain Shelter and leave about 7 miles to get out of the park and into Waynesboro tomorrow. But apparently it's supposed to thunderstorm tomorrow, so we're just gonna push in tonight, get in probably around 7:45 or 8, and apparently there's a hostel that will shuttle you into town. So that's our plan. Hopefully it works. It's not that cold, but it is very wet, as you can tell.
Where are we? Where?
Cookout in Waynesboro, where we got fried okra.
First fried okra on True. Will you make that celebratory sound that you do? Fried okra.
Waynesboro, Virginia.
Getting to have a fire, 'cause it's not warm. What's the temperature, y'all?
Cold. Freezing.
No, I believe it's below that.
Santa Claus weather.
You think it might be 24 for the low?